Sexy Angels, Shane here, and today we're losing our faith. Our faith in humanity, love, probably our faith in Ava Max to ever release a third album. That's right, the crown jewel of the okshane nation and dance pop diva Ava Max is back with the lead single, the third lead single from her upcoming, untitled, unreleased studio album. If you're new here or you don't know who Ava Max is, she's an American singer known for dance pop music from songs such as Sweet But Psycho and My Head and My Heart. Fans have been eagerly awaiting her third studio album after she announced that she was almost done completing it and then releasing the single My Oh My in April of 2024. She released Lost Your Faith on February 7th, 2025, and fans have been wondering, has she lost touch with herself? Has she lost her faith in her music and with her fans? Before we listen to a song together, if there's another song or artist you want me to check out or explain in another video, join my Discord server, link in description. Now let's listen. So this is the first time going into it, but with the snippets that I did here, I didn't like it. So we'll see. What? Never in a million years is that what I would have thought that this song sounded like at the beginning. So now I'm way more intrigued. That's very interesting, especially for her. It sounds so different than anything that she's done. Okay, the chorus is interesting. It's just not what I would expect from her at all. Okay, that's the part I hate. That's the snippet I heard, is when she says hallelujah. I think it sounds so phony and like not good. It's not that bad, I guess. Now that I'm hearing the full song, I'm like, okay, it's fitting. One thing I will say is it does not give lead single. Can I just say, where the F is baking? I'm sure I'll get into that. To me, this song is very peaceful and it sounds kind of spiritual in a way. Like, I actually really do like the song, except for when she sings hallelujah. I hate that part. Okay, you know what? I can get into it. I can get into the hallelujah. I spoke too soon. Okay, it's very much giving Sleepwalker, but less electronic and less dance. This is more like chill version of Sleepwalker. Ooh, I love that. That bridge, I don't know, like post bridge. That was very, very fun musically to hear. Like, very pleasing, very turning me on. And at 3 minutes and 13 seconds, I think that that's like a long song by her. I like it. I like it a lot more than I thought I would, because I went into it thinking I would hate the song based off the snippets. The snippets were really horrible. I think Hallelujah is low-key the worst part of the song, but everything else about the song is really good. It's very catchy. It's very fun. Back to the analysis. Upon further listen, the song is just so out of left field for her. And it's out of bounds. Bet you thought I was gonna say left field. Well, I'll keep you on your toes. Sonically, it's extremely different than anything she's done before, but it still feels the same. Let's talk about it. From the moment the song begins, she pulls you into this new world. It feels lonely, but lonely in a warm way. That's how I would describe it. The guitar is the most compelling part of the production. It's very intriguing. It feels like it's beckoning you closer and closer, drawing you into the story. Kind of like how sirens would beckon the sailors to like kill themselves or whatever. That's hot. It reminds me a lot of early 2000s production, kind of similar to pop rock groups that used a more natural instrument, but were also very much pop, kind of like an early Maroon 5 or a Daughtry, or maybe even like a Nickelback. It just doesn't sound anything like an Ava Max song at all. The mood of the production is so vastly different than what she's done before. It honestly shocks me. The closest thing that captures this like sad mood is her song Belladonna from Heaven and Hell. Forgive me for There are two things about this song that feel very Ava Max coded. First, being a catchy chorus. I mean, we all know Ava Max to be a catchy chorus writer and vocalist. You know, the kind that haunts you while you're trying to sleep. And this chorus is no exception. You want to sing the lyrics, you want to scream them in the car. And the second aspect is the lack of depth in the lyrics. Can we be real for a second? Sorry, it was time to be real.
Shane, you're so stupid. Be Real hasn't been relevant like for 2 years.
Ava Max is often criticized for having generic and cliche lyrics. Ava Max stands know this. And you know what? We don't care. It's fine. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Personally, I don't give a flying punami if the song is generic, as long as the beat banging and I'm bumping it. The verses are forgettable. I've been listening to this song for weeks and I still couldn't tell you a single word that she says in them. Maybe I'm just like hypnotized by the production. Huh? As for the bridge, it doesn't really evoke anything for me, and it kind of just reminds me of Sleepwalker, but a little bit more watered down. I really do like the final chorus after the bridge. I think that that's the most powerful part of the song. I used to have you on your knees all night, but now you never pray. As for the lyrics describe Ava Max and her partner losing connection to the point where this dude no longer wants to see her. I do like that she's evoking this imagery of loneliness because that is the emotion that I most get from this song. My favorite section from the verses is in the first verse when she says, "It's getting darker on the road we're on." And then later she says, "We left the car and I'm walking all alone." This idea of like a lonely road, it's like, I can get that. And I picture it as being like a dark, sad little road. And now she's not even in a car. She's like walking. She's walking this road. And I'm imagining her like in the desert, you know, stranded. Now onto the chorus, which I think is very compelling. She's essentially comparing herself to a religion or a god and saying that she used to have him on his knees all night, praying for her. But now he's lost his faith and no longer has a religion. She says that when he looked at her, he saw the light and hope of a new life, but now he just sees darkness and he's lost his faith in her and the relationship and God and all these things. Especially the like religious aspect of it. That is something that we never got from her before. I mean, she did have the album Heaven and Hell. There was no like real like religion tie-ins to like any of the songs. That was just kind of like the concept for the album, which I thought was a really good concept. I think it's kind of hard to tell if this song is actually trying to be religious or is it just trying to like cosplay. Especially the line that's like, "I used to have him on his knees all night, but now he never prays." Because it's like, okay, you got that boy on his knees. Is he praying? Is he, you know, going down on you? Is it both? Like, what's going on with that? The religion references, I think, also help highlight the 2000s pop rock references. In the early 2000s, there were a lot of Christian rock songs that made it mainstream and played on the radio that you would not typically think were Christian. Kind of like All Around Me by Flyleaf. Also, I would like to note that I hate the part of her saying hallelujah. Hallelujah. It just sounds so fake and it's so annoying and it sounds like it's sampled from somewhere, but I don't even know what it would be sampled from, like Christian gospel songs. I don't know. I'm a lot more used to it now, you know, I have Stockholm syndrome from it. So, does she understand her fans? I think she's lost on what she wants to do and what direction she wants to go in, and she's just kind of throwing anything and seeing what sticks. So let's look at it. First came My Oh My, which got a full music video and single release treatment. It was very like dark dance pop, kind of like a Charli XCX mixed with a more pop sound. And it followed suit with the music from her second album, which fans loved. Then she pretended the song never existed in favor of releasing Spot a Fake months later. which was teased to have a music video, which we never saw. It's a very upbeat dance poppy song that kind of follows the sound of her first album more so than her second album. Then there's this, which is completely different from anything that she's done before. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's a bad thing to have 3 separate sounding singles before an album. I'm just saying it doesn't feel intentional. However, if we look at her past albums, both had significant changes and pushbacks before they were ever released. Heaven and Hell had 7 of its 16 tracks released as singles prior to the album being released. It also was pushed back a full 1.5 years. Diamonds and Dance Floors also received significant changes, being pushed back a few months and going through an album cover change. Again, I'm not saying this is Ava Max's fault or this is even bad. I'm just pointing it out that this is kind of normal for her. But what does feel different is Lost Your Faith. It feels so far removed from her own musical style. I mean, let's look at the fan favorite from her last album. Dancing Stunned was released as a promotional single a few days before the album, and it was beloved. It was initially thought from fans to be the new direction that she was going in, and this style of music is nowhere seen on any of these singles. So while I think she's kind of lost touch with the musical direction she wants to go in, I think the thing that's keeping her going is her fans. Supposedly she's releasing a music video for Lost Your Faith, but she kind of has already pushed back the release date of that. Fans have called her out because she didn't follow through. And don't get me started on the freaking baking references. For those of you who aren't insane Ava Max fans, last year, Ava Max started filling her feed with references to baking, flour, sugar, desserts, candy, which made fans think that she was gonna release an album around this theme, theorized to be called Made from Scratch. And then she released Spot of Fake. That threw all the baking references out the door. I'm like, girl, what was the point of that? And now, Lost Your Faith also has 0 baking references. Hi, it's March 18th, and she tweeted this earlier today and then later posted the YouTube video. I'm not gonna talk much about the music video because I think you guys should watch it with your own eyes, but I really like it. I think her hair is gorgeous. I think that the vibe very much fits the song, and I think it very much gives 2000s pop rock music video, which I think fits with what I had been saying. Which one of these 3 singles did you enjoy the most? I personally enjoyed My Oh My the most, but I want to hear what you have to say. In other news, I loved Ava Max's song with Ill It. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to hit subscribe before you leave. Bye bye.